guys, what's up? It's ACCLIMATE, and for today's video I thought it would be a really good idea to show people how to properly put your betta fish into its new home. Basically, I got to thinking the other day, I was just honestly sitting around thinking about things, and I thought that honestly I feel like a lot of people may not know how to properly put a brand new fish into a fish tank, like when they get home from the pet store or wherever they got the fish from. Obviously I have titled this as bettas and I'm showing you a betta example, but really this goes for most all fish. I mean all fish that I've ever gotten. So if there's one that you do differently, then by all means definitely you can correct me, but for the most part I feel like this is what you're supposed to do for all fish when bringing them home, to make sure that you're properly putting them into their brand new home and making sure that they are healthy and happy and not stressed. So in this video I do demonstrate how to properly put your brand new betta into his or her home. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Alright guys, so the first thing that you're going to want to do when you come home with a brand new betta fish, you're not going to just want to take your fish and put him or her straight into the water. So let's just say you bought a fish in a cup, or whether it be in a bag or whatever, you're not going to want to immediately just put your fish in the tank that you have, and that is because your fish can go into shock. So with the temperatures, obviously your tank is going to be one temperature, the temperature in the cup or the bag is going to be one temperature, and you never know how big of a difference the temperature actually is. And so because of that, you could easily put your betta into shock. Now that is not good at all, obviously, because the temperature would really get to them and bother them, so they could end up dead by that. And if not dead, just in a lot of stress, and you don't want to stress out your fish. And you obviously don't want your new fish to die, which that can happen. I've seen cases where it's happened. And yeah, it's a really sad thing, so that's something that you definitely do not want to do. So what you're going to want to do as soon as you bring your fish home is acclimate your fish. And that basically means just putting the cup that you got him or her in, or the bag that you got him or her in, to float in the top of your tank. So literally all you have to do is just put it in like this and let it literally sit there and float. You're probably going to want to do this for about 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that your fish gets to the proper temperature to where the water will not like freeze them and put them into shock. So just to zoom in here a little bit, I obviously have my fish right here. This is Pete Davidson being the model for this video. I have Pete Davidson floating in here and getting acclimated to the new tank. So that is step one that you need to do when bringing home a new fish. Alright, so now you have your brand new fish acclimated. He or she is feeling good and right in the water, and it's time to finally release your new betta into his or her new tank. So you may be thinking, oh, this is just simple. I'm just going to open the lid and dump my new fish in. But no, that is not how it works. That is just not what you do. So basically what you have to do from here is to actually transfer your fish into the water. You don't want to put the water that you got your fish in from like the pet store or wherever you got your fish from. You don't want to put that water into your tank. You don't know really what's been going on with that water. You don't know what could have been in there, how the water quality is, etc, etc. So you want to scoop your betta fish out with either your hands or a fish net. One time I had a friend who went and got a betta. She actually went to the pet store, and the pet store lady said, yeah, put the water in there. That's what you're supposed to do. No. And I was like, girl, don't listen to her, because I feel like, no shade to pet store people, because I used to work in a pet store myself. A lot of, especially chain pet store workers, don't know what they're talking about when it comes to these animals, and they will tell you the wrong things. So make sure, if they do tell you that, don't do it, and to actually transfer your fish with a net or with your hands. So that's what I'm going to do right now to show you guys. Alright, and now the BETTA is put into his new home. I would like to give a big shout out to Pete Davidson here for being my model for this video. Alright guys, so that is the demonstration done. I really hope that some of you guys have learned something new from me today, especially if you did not know how to properly do this. And for others that do know how to do this, I still hope it was entertaining. I get a lot of questions a lot about things that, you know, I just, in my mind, I don't think about people not knowing. So that's kind of why I thought that this would be a good idea, because I know that there's some people out there that probably don't know this. And basically, like what I was talking about with my friend, who the pet store worker told her to empty the dirty water into her tank with it, I just thought maybe there's some more people out there spreading misinformation and people go home and kind of do it wrong. So that's why I made this video really fast. I do want to briefly go over the steps again to put your new friend in his or her new tank. So basically what you do is when you get home with the BETTA, you know, in the cup or in the bag, remember to acclimate. Acclimating is to help the BETTA get used to the temperature change between what it experienced in the cup or bag to the water that you are about to be putting the BETTA into. This will help not to get shock in the BETTA, because the BETTA could go into shock. That will really stress the BETTA out, and in some unfortunate cases it can also kill your BETTA fish. So make sure you acclimate for at least 10 to 15 minutes to get the water about the same temperature for the BETTA, so that it will be an easy release and the BETTA can be very comfortable and not go into shock. And with the other thing, you don't want to just empty the BETTA fish into the water with the old water that it came with. Like I said, you don't know really what's been going on with that water, especially if it comes from a chain pet store. You never know, and it's just not good to mix the water. So you always want to use a net or your hands, like I did in this situation, to safely transfer your BETTA over into its tank. One little tip, if you are going to use your hands, make sure that the BETTA is cupped in your hands and it is stopped kind of wiggling for a moment in order to safely transfer it. And you want to do it kind of fast so that you don't take the chance of the BETTA you know, going onto the floor or anything bad like that. But that's basically all you need to remember, is don't use that dirty water and make sure to acclimate your fish. And that is how you properly put your brand new fish into its tank. And one last thing, when it comes to fan mail, because I do have a P.O. box, if you want to send me anything, I open everything on camera. The address is right here. I do want to say though, for the first time ever, I forgot to open something on camera. I just got a little too excited and then I was like, dang it, I forgot. But I got this in fan mail from Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal. I love it. It's a cute little pop-up balloon for Easter, and then a really cute little Easter card. She has it saying, it says, "An Easter wish for you, dear Anna. I'm so blessed that we became friends from YouTube. Even though we never met in person, I think of you as a great friend. Keep those good videos coming our way, my friend. To Anna, my girl. Happy Easter to you from your girl, Crystal." So thank you so much, Crystal. I really appreciate it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me if you did. You can do that by hitting my face right up here, and you can watch another one of my videos by clicking right over here, and it would mean the world to me if you did. And I hope you guys have a great day or night or whatever you may be watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!